Yes, my people. How is everyone doing? Yes. First of all, I just want to thank each and every one of you who always uh, comes back to watch my videos on this channel. And yeah, um, as an African, what can I say? Lately, we've been seeing a lot of videos online, and also as an African, I have been seeing what is going on in Africa too as well, even though I don't live in Africa. And also, even though most people do attack me by saying I'm a sellout too as well. Uh, but anyway, what can I say? The only thing I can say is what is going on in Africa is still my problem. Even if I say I'm not going to talk about it, it's still my problem. So if you are on and maybe you have something to say too about what I'm about to say, you can let me know. But don't forget, let me know if you can hear my microphone, everything is coming out clearly. If you can also see my webcam, everything is there. Just let me know at the comment section too as well. So, like I always say, whenever I come online, I do my live videos. I'm not going to leave these videos for a long time. I'm not going. I'm simply not going to leave the video. So I might delete it. All right. So I don't really understand. I don't understand ECOWAS. I don't understand we Africans. I don't understand our leaders. I don't understand a lot of things. I'm doing well. She likes vibe. She likes vibe. I see you. Let me know where you are watching me from. I will be very happy if you write your location where you are watching me from, so that I can also give shout out to the location, people from that place, and also yeah. Yeah, so what can I say? What can I say? As an African, thank you so much, Chillax Vibes. And I appreciate every single time you guys come back to watch my channel. I'm very, very happy and satisfied. Yes, wow, you're from Netherlands. That is really great. That is really great. Amsterdam, yes, yes, Europe. Yes, I've been to many countries in Europe, and I would say when I started my traveling around the world, I wasn't a YouTuber, so it's unfortunate that I don't have content from my visits in Europe, but I have videos and pictures of my visits in Europe too as well. So as an African, I live here in Brazil, and seeing what is going on in Niger and what is going on in West Africa is really disturbing. And it's something. As an African, I don't know. I don't understand what is really going on. So if you are watching me and you are from Africa, just like me, from Ghana specifically, or you are watching me, you are from Niger, or you are from Nigeria, or you are from any part of West Africa, let me know. My city, my city, no Amsterdam. We hate Amsterdam. Rotterdam. Yes, I used to have one of my what do you call it? One of my neighbor when I was living in Ghana. When I was living in Ghana, I used to have one of my neighbor. He was living in Rotterdam. Yes, he was living in Rotterdam. He was married in Rotterdam. Yeah, he was. Let me just say, basically, he's he's a Rotterdam person. But he was my neighbor in Ghana, and we were actually living. Let me just say, yeah, we were neighbors. We were neighbors, and he was living in Rotterdam. His kids, his wife, they were all from Rotterdam. But he was a Ghanaian though. As I'm saying, he's dead. May his soul rest in peace. He was a very nice guy with a very, like locks. We call him Rusty. Yes, we call him Rusty. And the guy he loves Rotterdam. Like his everything is Rotterdam. He's so Rotterdam guy. Yes. Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing. Uh, I'm really, really happy for you that you are a Rotterdam man now. Yes, and yeah. So as an African living here in Brazil, I see what is going on in Niger. Okay, I see what is going on in Niger, and I cannot keep quiet. I cannot simply keep quiet without saying a thing because I live here and I'm from Africa, specifically from the west of Africa. So let me just say anything Africa concerns me, even though I don't live there. Yes, I'm doing great. QB 224, 254. Sorry, you guys. I'm not good with numbers, guys. Because of numbers, guys, you won't believe this. When I was growing up, I wanted to become a doctor. I wanted to become a scientist. Guys, listen to this story. When I was growing up, I wanted to become a scientist. But I'm not a scientist today. No, I'm a political scientist today, but I'm not a scientist. The type of scientist I wanted to become a doctor. Guys, I wanted to become a doctor. But because of maths, I don't know how, like, I don't like numbers. I'm not good with numbers. So because of numbers, I became a retired, I became a retired scientist. So I didn't study science again because of numbers. So I retired at a very early stage to become a scientist. So I just decided to retire. You understand? So I'm really, really, like the guy who really doesn't know maths. So if you know maths and you love numbers and you are there, shout out to you. And I wish I could or I can be like you because I would have become what do you call it? I would have become a scientist if I knew maths. All right, so let me read. Yes. If you want to join, let me know. I'll send what do you call it? I'll share the link with you guys so that you can also jump on. We can talk something about Africa a little bit. Since I'm from Africa, yes, John Paul. We see you, John Paul. Yes, John Paul. Where are you talking from, John Paul? Let us know at the comment section. Where are you watching from? Let us know so that we can represent you. We have Holland here in the house, Rotterdam. Big up to everybody from Rotterdam. Yes, we have Rotterdam here. So let us know at the comment section where you are watching us from. So, as an African, I have been seeing a lot of, like a lot going on with Niger. Niger. I don't know if you know Niger. I am from Ghana, but how do I say this? Let me break this down. My great grandmother, okay, my great grandparents, they are from Benin Republic. They are from Republic of Benin. Okay, my great grandparents are from Benin Republic. Okay, Republic of Benin, and they moved from Republic of Benin to Ghana. So that was when my grandmother was born. My grandmother was born in Ghana, and I was born in Ghana. I was born in the capital city of Ghana, which is Accra. So let me just say I'm from Accra. And our language, our native tongue, okay, our native tongue, we speak a language. Listen, guys, we speak a language which looks so much, it looks so much like the language in Niger. You understand? We speak a language which looks like the language in Niger, the Zabarma in Niger, and my native tongue. It looks similar. You know, it's like you are speaking English and Patois, like English and Patois. That is how the language looks like. So let me just say, let me read some comment. I was thinking about this restaurant that cost 1 real. You said that you could also get a meal to take home. Did you have to pay extra for that? No, you don't have to pay any extra. When you pay 1 real, the restaurant for 1 real, if you pay 1 real, you eat as much as you can, and then you can go again and then ask them you want to take a takeaway, you want to take some away. You understand? You won't pay any extra. It's 1 real. Like you pay 1 real and you eat everything in that restaurant. If you want to eat a million times, you can eat a million times. So if you want to eat and then take some away, you can eat and take some away. I think they are opening a new one here close to my neighborhood. I see they are opening one new community restaurant over there. I'm waiting. When they open it, I'll go there and then do another video for you guys. I'll show you guys how it is. The one I went was far away. It was in Zealandia. It was a city a bit far away from here. It's about like 30 kilometers or 25 kilometers from here. Yeah, let me see. Yeah, I think it's about 30 kilometers from here. Yes. Yeah, so Chillax vibes. Yes, so that is what I am also thinking about. All West African, let me see. All West African countries have had military takeover. Yes, they have a military takeover, but I think there is reason for this military takeover. And even the military, if they take over and they are not doing what the people want, the people will still fight for their right. Okay, the people will still fight for their right. I see this time around. I see Africans are waking up. I see Africans are fighting for freedom. I see, like the youths are ready, like to face the reality, whatever is going on. The youth are ready to simply make sure they stand up for their rights and stuff like that. But me as an African, or me as somebody who is from West Africa, I would say the kind of leadership we have in West Africa, okay, or let's just say Africa in general, the kind of leadership we have is so bad. We have a very bad leadership, which is not helping any ordinary African. Like the kind of leadership we have in Africa is not helping any ordinary African at all. It's not helping. It's making African lives miserable. The leaderships we have in Africa they are making we Africans our life miserable. Look at me. Why should I listen? Why would I decide to get a second citizenship? Why would I decide get a second citizenship when I am from a continent? The continent is blessed with a lot of things on the continent, but I left the continent and then I looked for, yes, Janet Gardner. Yes, it's Janet, right? If I'm pronouncing it correct, Janet, let me know if I'm pronouncing the name correct. So, I left Africa and then I am in South America, and the main reason why I left Africa was to get a second citizenship. You just imagine you live in a continent where you cannot simply travel from one country to another. You just imagine You live in a continent where the people look like you, the people look like you, but you cannot simply take your passport and say you are traveling to a to the neighboring country without going through hell. You understand? Kibli, yes, bro, I'm Zambian, but really hate this place. Can't start my family here. So many disadvantages. Yes, Kibli, you are right, my brother. You are right. You have to simply pack your bags and then leave. Make sure you forget Africa as soon as possible, please. I'm telling you, because what is happening at this moment, it's not, like it's a very good example for you to realize that there is no freedom in Africa. There is no freedom in Africa. I'm telling you guys, I'm serious. I know the way you people feel about Africa. I also feel the same, but I'm just being real with you guys. I'm just being real. Let me see. We also had takeover and he became president in Somalia, but he did a lot of things good, but America overthrown him. I spring, you see? So this is it here. Another one here. Shillak's Vibe says they also had the same problem in what do you call it? In Somalia. Yes, Realme 8 Plus. I see you. Let me know, guys. When you are here, you have to write. Let us know where you are talking from, where you are watching us from. It's very important so that I can give you guys some shout out. So Zambia is here. Let me say a big shout out to my Zambian fans, my Zambian followers, my Zambian viewers. A big shout out to you guys too as well. Guys, if you want to follow me on Instagram, my handle is inside_Brasilia. You can follow me there too as well. So let me read some comment here. If I come to Brasilia, can I rent a cheap apartment like you showed for 400 and 500 reals with cash, or do they need a lot of papers and contract to rent out the apartment? I'm going to talk about that. You don't really you see, now there are a lot of things, okay? There are a lot of ways you can simply sorry guys. There are a lot of ways you can simply rent a place for yourself. Okay, there are a lot of places here you can there are a lot of ways you can rent an apartment without any paperwork. There are a lot of ways. Yes, real time. Okay, Real Me 8 Plus. I see you from Canada. Shout out to you, Canada. John Paul from Denmark. I see you. I was in Copenhagen 2014. I was in Copenhagen, and it's a very lovely place. I've never been to Canada before, but hopefully in the coming future, I'll get to visit Canada and see how Canada is, because we've been hearing a lot of good things about Canada too as well. So I see you watching me from Canada, Denmark, Zambia. I see you too as well. Yes. Hi, Supreme. Long live. Oh, okay, long life. Watching from Mozambique. Forget. Yes, Mozambique. Moçambique, I see you. Como está vocês, moçambicanos? Sabe? Eu sei que vocês falam português. Eu sei que você me entende também. Então, shout out to my Mozambique people. If you are here, I speak Portuguese. We can also vibe too as well. So if you are here, you are welcome. Shout out to every Mozambican who is following this channel too as well. Yes. So guys, I know I'm going to answer your question. I'm going to teach you how to get your rent. But first thing first, let's focus on what is happening in West Africa. Latvia, yes, we see you again in Dhaka, Dasanayaki. Wow, the name is fabulous. I can't even pronounce it. Yes, Latvia, we see you. I've been to Latvia too as well. I've been to Latvia. I was in Latvia way back, let me just say early 2000. I was in Latvia because I was once in relationship with a woman from Estonia. So I was there. I know how the life is very calm in Latvia. It's a beautiful place. There are some few Ghanaians over there. And greetings from Belize. Belize, we see you. Yes. The name is Fifi Beyin. Beyin. Oh, okay. I don't know if I'm pronouncing the name correctly. But Belize, we see you guys too as well. Shout out to everybody from Belize. I've never been to Belize before, even though I was in Mexico 2015. I was in Mexico, but I wasn't able to go to Belize. But hopefully, I will visit Belize because my favorite artist is from Belize. My favorite artist is Shine Pope, which is the opposition leader in Belize today. My favorite artist, okay, my favorite rap artist is Shine Pope. If you are from Belize, most definitely you know about him because he's now he's a politician now, from a gangster to a politician. Yeah, yeah. So let me see. Resources are common in Copenhagen and Denmark. Yes, my family live in Copenhagen for about 30 years, and they still live there. They are now citizens in Copenhagen. So I was in Copenhagen 2014, and yeah, I took a lot of pictures, a lot of videos. I have a lot of videos from Copenhagen. Unfortunately, that time I wasn't a YouTuber, so I didn't post any video from. I didn't have a channel then, but I have a whole lot of videos from Copenhagen, and it is fantastic. I was there in winter time. Actually, it was cold. It was cold as hell. It's so cold. Let me see. Gaddafi, they killed him also because he was doing some new currency for Africans, so as Europe and America don't want Africa to succeed. Therefore, robbing Africa only. Yes. Yes, they killed. We all know they killed Gaddafi. We all know. Africa know about this a lot. Everybody knows that they there are videos. There are even videos which simply shows that they were interviewed and then they talked about it and then they exposed each other about what happened in Libya. They killed Gaddafi because they didn't want any successful Africa for Africans. They don't want any successful Africa for Africans. They rather prefer Africans dying to cross the Mediterranean to Europe. They rather prefer that one than to let to help Africans back in Africa. But let me say this: we cannot blame them. Okay, I always say this: we cannot blame them. The ones we have to blame is our leaders. Our leaders, we have to blame. We have to blame our leaders so much. Yes, Onzo Sischilo. Hello, yes. Don't forget, if you are here, don't forget, click the bell button. If you click the bell button, you get notified whenever I post a video. I live in Brazil. I live in the capital city of Brazil, which is Brasilia. So if you want to know about Brasilia, the capital city of Brazil, the opportunities and the lifestyle here, you can follow my channel and you get a full idea of how the lifestyle here is. Okay, back to the matter. So I was saying something like, we don't blame the West, we blame our own leaders. If you are watching me, listen to me very careful. Okay, if you are African also and you are watching me, let's blame our African leaders for everything that is happening to us. Supreme, quanto tempo levou para você falar fluente português? Então, olha, não foi muito tempo, tá? Não foi muito tempo. Eu usei 3 meses para aprender português, tá? E também usei a outros 3 meses para assistir telenovela, para me poder melhorar, né? E também, em total, levou 9 meses para poder falar português. Guys, I'm trying answer a question for one of my viewer from Mozambique. Mozambique. I had a friend from Mozambique. His name was David Kumalu. David Kumalu. Yes, he's from Mozambique. And that time I met him, I wasn't speaking Portuguese. I didn't understand what he was saying. His name was David Kumalu, and I was in the prison. Yes, I was in the prison with David Kumalu in South Africa. When I was in jail in South Africa, I was with David Kumalu. Yes. So, like I said, love so much when you were showing Marwa around while in your country. I love Marwa, guys. I love Marwa so much. And I am hoping I see Marwa again, or I will pack my bags and then visit Marwa in Kenya because I told him if he's not coming back to Brazil, I am going to make sure I pack my bags and forget I will simply forget every holiday that I have in mind, then I'll go to Kenya because this is where I can catch Marwa. So I'll go there and then I'll catch Marwa, then we can do more videos for you guys. So yes, let me see another one. Fact, man. Mugabe and Gaddafi didn't follow the Western powers, so they made them look bad. Rwanda is facing the same thing now. Uganda is facing issues. Yes, Uganda is facing issues because of the LGBT LGTV or LGTV. Yes, you make me love Brazil. Yes, I want you to come to Brazil. Pack your bags from Canada and come to Brazil. I'm telling you, I have one of my viewer. Is called Prodigy. He lives here now. He's from Canada. He might show up on this live video anytime soon. He's called Prodigy. He's from Canada. He's now living in Brazil for the past 3 years. He has his kids here. You know, he's just doing fine. He loves living here. So I'm not going to lie to you. Pack your bags, come to Brazil. You enjoy your life and you love it. In South America, we have variety of things. Variety of things. In the far south, we have a lot of interesting things for you guys. Yes, so pack your bags, forget everybody, and then come to Brazil. This is where you have the life. Yes, so our leaders, you are right, supreme. Yes, because Africans kill themselves because of the leader take brick money. They sell the people. Yeah, they are selling us. We are still in slavery. They are selling us. They are killing us. They don't want us to talk. Our leaders, okay. So when I say yes, when I say let me put this one. This comment is very important here. Why people not migrating to Brazil? They consider other countries like Canada, Australia, UK, and US. I'm going to answer your question, Luxin Omari. I'm going to answer your question. You know, these three countries, US, UK, Australia, Canada, they are all countries which, you know, like people like it's popular worldwide. You understand? And the kind of videos we see about these countries, they are videos which are, you know, like they are manipulative videos. You understand? It makes it feel like, okay, the country is fantastic. When you get there, everything is fine. You are just going to enjoy yourself. But the secret is not revealed until you yourself you get to those places. When you get to those countries, then you find out yourself. Brazil is a low-key country. It's a what? It's a low-key country. When you come to Brazil, the thing is, what you find out here in Brazil and what you see on TV, it's different. It's totally different. It's not it's not the same. Okay, so people like those countries are popularly known because of what we see on TV. So that is why everybody want to go to those places. Yes. So let me see. Made several visits to Guyana, Guyais in company called Arisco. Yes, here we call it Arisco. Yes, I enjoy my stay in Brazil very much. Yes, Guyana. Goiás is one of the, like it's a top notch. It's how do I say? It is one of the hidden states in Brazil that tourists don't know. Goiás is one of the best places to live in Brazil. Like they have everything. Like life is cheap in Goiás. They have beautiful people in Goiás. There are a lot of tourist spots in Goiás. Like there are a whole lot of things in Goiás. All right, so let me see. Africa needs to stand on its own feet. Can't keep asking for financial aid from IMF or World Bank. That won't take us anywhere. Yes, so that is why I was saying that. That is why I was saying that we should blame our leaders. Our leaders, they are the one killing us. We cannot blame the West. The West, they are in Africa because they have their own interest. They don't care what happens to us. They have their own interest. You understand what I'm saying? But our African leaders, they are the ones who mess everything up each and every single time. Look at what is happening in Niger. They are supposed to stand together to support Niger. You understand what I'm saying? They are supposed to do what? They are supposed to look at the West and tell the West that no, these people are our brothers. These people are our neighbors. These people are who look like us. These people are people we can simply stand for. These people are people who are in our continent. So we are going to stand by them or stand with them. But instead of our leaders standing for what do you call it? Standing for Niger, they are trying to break Niger. You understand what I'm saying? So this tells you that the West is not the problem. The problem is our African leaders who don't want us to survive. They don't want us to have lives. They always want us to leave the continent for them. And yes, we are leaving the continent because one voice can do anything. You understand what I'm saying? One voice cannot do anything. It's just lucky that now YouTube is everywhere. So sometimes if you are lucky, you do a video, it goes viral. You understand? And people will watch them and then learn from it. So let me just say we are lucky about that. Yeah. You see, the reason why I'm saying this, let me bring this, let me highlight this comment. Problem is not our leaders, it's also we, normal voters. We vote on tribe lines, party lines, and we are tribal, we are tribes, $2. Okay, we are bribed $2 so we can vote. You see, the problem is the reason why I'm saying the problem is the leaders before we, the voters. Okay, we should assume we the voters, we voted for somebody from our tribe. Okay, somebody from our tribe, listen, somebody from our tribe, he should know, he should be the one to know that we are the same people, we are the same family, we are on the same land, we are on the same continent, to take care of each other. You understand what I'm saying? So before we will come to blaming tribes, we have to blame our leaders because they are supposed to set a very good example. If our leaders, for example, if you vote me as a tribe member to become in power, when I come in power, I'm not going to pay attention to any of my tribe for now. I'll make sure I take care of everybody. I make sure I plant in the head of everybody that we are the same people. You understand? But our leaders, they don't do that. And even when they come to power, they still disappoint their own tribes. You understand what I'm saying? They take the money, they selfishly use the money for their own gains and their families. And then they forget the regular African. You understand what I'm saying? Let me see. Everything is changing in Burkina Faso, Mali, and another country are backing Niger. Yes, this one is very good. I'm happy. I'm happy. Burkina Faso, Mali, and Algeria are backing Niger. I'm happy for that, and I hope ECOWAS they change their mindset. They should not listen to the West. They should stick to 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 their African brothers and African people. You understand? Then rather list. You see, we cannot. That is why I'm telling you that we cannot blame the West. We cannot blame the West at all. In the past, we said slavery. Listen, even today, when you come on YouTube, you see a lot of African Americans doing videos talking about what they are going through in the States, the kind of treatment they are getting and stuff like that. Okay, that was then. And then now we are in a new era, and then it still continues. So whose fault is it? So this tells you that we are our own problems. We are our own problems. You understand what I'm saying? It is, I know I'm not living in Ghana. I don't use a Ghanaian passport anymore. But what I'm saying is, since I'm African, it makes it my issue too as well. So that is why I think, as an African, I always want I prefer Africans should handle their own matters and make sure they don't fight each other. Because when you go to the West, they don't fight each other like that. You understand? So let me see here. So they say Russia and China are bad, but think Russia and China are fighting back to this new world order. Yes, Russia and China, they are fighting the world order so that they can also create their own thing. But you see, my thing is, we the Africans, we are supposed to support one another, not fight one another. Because fighting one another, it means that we are broken, we have weak IQ. You understand? We have weak IQ. You understand what I'm saying? So what is going on is really bad. You understand? It's very, very bad. Niger is trying to run away from slavery, and then ECOWAS is trying to pull him back to slavery. You understand what I'm saying? So it's really crazy. It's really crazy. A lot of women in Goiás than any country in Brazil. 5 women to 1 man. If the object, yes, that one is true. It's just fact. When you come to Brazil, it's always like that. I'm living in Africa and I'm planning to migrate. According to your experience, which countries do you suggest? I always suggest the South American countries. The South American countries, they are very welcoming, they are very supportive, they are lovely people, they don't hate anybody. So I always recommend South American countries. It doesn't matter whether it's Uruguay, Brazil, or these places. I always suggest those places for anybody who is thinking about migrating, especially with family. Let me see. Some Africans are risking going to Europe, even dying in the Mediterranean, yet they are billionaires in Africa who hide money in offshore accounts. Yes, it's another thing. It's another thing, guys. So, who are you going to blame? Are you going to blame the West, or you are going to blame your own African leaders? So, we have to blame our own African leaders because they are the one killing us. They are making everything bad for us. You understand? Let me share this. Let me share this link here. If you want to join me, I'm going to share the link. That is the link over there. If you want to join the link is right there. I just share the link, so you can simply join and then tell me what your thoughts are. Let me know. I have I have. Let me pin the link. Let me pin the link here. Let me pin it. So I have pinned the link here. So if you want to join, the link is being pinned over there. You can also come on and then like share your thought about what is going on in Africa. I know I hardly do these kind of videos though. But I just think it's important for me to also talk about it since I'm from Africa, even though I don't live in Africa, but I have to also come and then talk about it. Maybe through this, something can change. You understand? Because I'm not happy I'm living okay, whilst most of my people are suffering in Africa. You understand? I'm not happy about that. Because you can just imagine, here, I live here, there are jobs here, and when you live here, life can be just fine. You understand? But I'm not selfish, so I cannot simply forget my African people like that. They are going through a lot of hard time. Let me just say we are going through a lot of hard time because whenever I go on routers, I see all these things happening. Yes, Ronaldo, you are here. Yes, Ronaldo, what is your thing? Hello, Ronaldo. Are you there? Okay, we cannot hear Ronaldo and he's out. I left the link over there. If you want to come on, you can also come on. John Paul, how big are the chances of finding a Brazilian woman if you go to Brazil? Do you think it will be easy? Come on, come on. There are women everywhere here in Brazil. There are women every part of Brazil. So when you come, all you have to do is you just have to talk to them. You understand? When you come, when you get to the airport, you pack your bags, you start talking to them. They are everywhere. They are very nice people and they welcome everybody. They are nice. They are not racist. They are not selective. If you are nice and they like you, they will just make sure. Yes, you are here with us.
Yeah, brother.
Check vibes. Yes. So what is your say? What is your say? What is your say? We are listening. What
Yes,
is going
brother.
on in Niger? Let us know.
Hello, all. Yeah, hello, people in the chat. Welcome to the stream. Uh,
Yes.
Supreme, I like, first of all, I want to say thank you. You bring great content for
Thank
us
you so
and
much
more
too for
interested,
liking it.
nice information for us to support us. Thank you very much, first of all. And like I said, it's very important as African, we need to like be united, because you see many times our ourselves as Africans, we're killing each other. We are against each other. When you see when you come to Europe, you see somebody come from Denmark, of Sweden, of Holland. They come together. They don't fight. You know what I
They
mean? They
never
agree
fight.
with each other.
They
And
never fight.
yeah. So this is the problem what we have in, like, I'm speaking out experience myself, I have a cousin who was living in South Africa, bro. He had a
Yeah.
shop in South Africa. He's been attacked just because he had a shop. And I'm thinking, look, end of the day, if somebody make a shop and make income for your country, that means the country will benefit. The country will grow. He's bringing the money in. Instead of like asking him like for support, whatever, they went and they won't attack him.
Yes,
And that's why,
I've lived in South Africa. I see how the whole thing looks.
yeah. So
Yes.
I thinking like now, what I'm agreeing with two African leaders that I think they're doing great job at the moment. It's the ANC from South Africa, the guy who was talking about. He said,
Malema.
yeah, he said
Julius
even
Malema.
pushing,
Yeah.
yeah, even if Putin comes now, yeah, we will support him and we will bring him here. But in a way, he knows what you benefit. When you can benefit, like now China, they supporting Africans countries with building the roads. they still robbing also. Yeah, I don't say they're not robbing, but at least they give you something in return. But
Yes.
The
You
Europeans
don't
and
get anything.
Americans,
You pay them. You owe them.
yes, exactly.
You
So
don't you
what?
don't get anything but that you owe them. You understand? It's a big problem.
Exactly. So what will you rather have? Somebody who's robbing you by give you something in return, or somebody gives you empty-handed and make sure that your people go
You
and
always come.
go and take a risk to go immigration, and when they come, like now in the UK fight Libya, UK fight in Afghanistan, Iraq. Now when Iraq people come, they get refused, they get be sent back. But these people, I believe, if UK and America didn't make the war there, these people didn't need to leave
To
their country.
travel.
Yeah,
Yes. Yes. You see the problem? Like that is what I was saying. The thing is, that is why I say our African leaders, we have to
yeah,
blame them a lot because they are the ones who are making all this thing happen.
yes,
Have you ever heard Africa having any base in the West?
yeah,
The US, UK, the Schengen, they have base in Africa.
yeah.
Italy have base in Niger.
No,
They have it.
yes,
UK, like they have base. Every part of Africa, they have base. So
exactly.
it doesn't make sense if they have base in Africa, we cannot have base in their countries. We
True,
cannot have it
true,
because they don't want you to know what is going on with them. They
true,
don't want you, they don't want you to have it easy to like to make some like some critical decision in making something that will affect them over there. So why are we allowing them to come to Africa to build bases in Africa? Why are we doing? Why? What kind of shit our leaders have in their head? I don't understand our leaders have. In fact, I always say this: we have witches and wizards. Witches and wizards. That's these are our leaders. They are witches and wizards. These are what we call leaders in Africa.
true.
Imagine you want to travel from Somalia to Eritrea. How difficult it is for you to travel from Somalia to Eritrea. How
Too
difficult it
difficult.
is to travel
Too
from Nigeria to Ghana. How
Oh,
difficult it is to cross from Ghana to Togo. You just imagine all of this. You just imagine all of this.
yeah,
But in Europe, you take your ID, you just travel around freely. Nobody is going to worry you.
exactly.
So why can't we look at them, how they are so connected to each other, how they are so supportive to each other without creating some kind of mess in Africa. Like Niger is running away from slavery and ECOWAS is chasing him and then bringing him back to slavery. It's crazy. It's like, no, this one I cannot do it. And then they'll say, no, you are coming. You have to stay in this shit with us. And how about coming together? It's crazy. It's crazy. Let me say, Hausawi, you are here with us. What is your say?
Hello, Scrum Leader. How are you? Long time.
Yes, I'm fine. You are welcome, and let us know where you are talking from, and then people will just be grateful to know too as well. Yes, you are here with us.
I'm from Niger.
Oh, you see, guys,
Yeah,
That's
get it,
we
awesome.
have
brother.
the
Get it.
man in the
Finally.
house. We have the man in the house. Yes, tell us what is going on in Niger now, because
Uh,
your language with my great grandparent, they are from Benin Republic, so we have
yeah,
some language similar
yeah,
to your language. We speak
yeah.
Zugu.
Listen,
We speak
yeah.
Zugu. So it looks like
Okay.
Zabarma language and Gao Gao language.
Yeah,
You
I know.
understand?
I can speak Zabarma. You speak like I know your
When
language.
you
I
speak,
can speak
when you speak,
Zabarma,
when you
but
speak
I'm not
Zabarma,
good
I
in
will
Zabarma
understand you
language. But I'm
perfectly.
not good in
When
Zabarma.
you speak Zabarma, I will understand you
Yeah,
perfectly. Yes. So tell us what
yeah.
is
You
going
know,
on.
this, yeah. We are not. Yeah, I know you speak Hausa and you speak Zabarma because I know Benin people. Those
Yes,
Benin
yes,
people speak Zabarma.
yes.
Bro. We are actually. You know that Niger. We are. Sorry for. I'm not good in English, but
Your English is fantastic. I remember your English and it is fantastic. So please don't even forget that we love your English. So tell us. Yes, we are waiting.
Niger. We are tired of French. Everybody, the whole country are tired of French.
Oh, the internet. I think it's internet.
Yeah, can be. Yeah.
Yes, it's internet. You see, the problem. You see,
Jibril,
what I was
Jibril,
saying. Yeah,
I want to tell you one thing, please,
tell
because
me, please. Tell
I'm from Somalia, and Somalia is been many years it's been war, So therefore, now they try to establish and try to create like new government. Now the problem is with this new government, when you see in Europe and even in Brazil, you don't see brag money. Now even to become a president there, you have to pay a couple millions for the vote to buy the vote.
yes,
So
yes.
how can you get a true leader? Yeah, let's say if I want to be president and I have to go in 20 million to be a president. So first in my mind is to make this 20 million back before I can help some people. You understand? So how we going
Yes.
forward in Africa if the leader is comes with money in? So of course, if his first mission is to make this three times his money back before he can do something for the country, and then that time the time is finished for him because before that he tried to sell the sea. Now with problem with us, we have one president signed for China to have the sea fishing illegally. Yeah, one president sell off the part of the sea to another country. You know what I mean? Like, and you be like, yo, how is that possible? But I understand them because it's the problem of the country, the rules. The people have to stand up. And this is the problem with African, our people, ourselves. We make the mistake. The mistake what we're making is we looking the money and we looking most of the time like we call it khabil,
Oh,
khabil, you know. Oh, So so basically, my people, what I want to say is very important is as African leaders, if we want to go forward with our country and our system to achieve something, yeah, the people who voting, they have to tell the government to change the rules and relegation like the Europeans, like the American. Now I live in Holland. I see if I want to go to see the prime minister, I can see him. No security is gonna hold me. You know what I mean? Because he's going on his bicycle, he's driving alone, no problem, no
yes.
nothing. There in Africa, even a commander of the military, you have to be big security. You have to have a big security, 24 hours. You know what I mean? Like, so I'm thinking, like, what's going on? This we need to stop that. You know what I mean?
Look. Let me tell you this.
Yeah,
Uh, our leaders are killing us. Our leaders are the ones we have to blame. Our leaders are the ones we have to hold accountable for everything that is going on because we can do it as Africans without the West.
true,
We have people with technology, ideas,
true,
and we have the materials to produce everything that we want on that continent.
true,
We have food.
true.
Africa, we only have, let me just say 20, let me just say 25% of the land is desert. But 75% of African land is not desert.
True.
You understand? And we have everything that we need.
True. Yeah.
So why do we allow the West to break through this continent like that?
Because
Before we said they came in and then they caused problems, but now we are all wise and wide
yeah,
awake.
no,
But why
but
are we allowing it?
the problem is, bro, look, if you are a nationalist, means like you love your country or you love money more. So which one you love more? Because let's say if you are the president and I'm prime minister, yeah, I'm under you, but still, if I get money, I try to destroy you because the money is more important than to unite with you. And this is the problem. Still, the black money is killing African each other. You know?
So that is why I'm saying that
Yeah,
look at the West. Look at the West.
yeah,
How did they become rich? They became rich because they are united.
yes,
They think about the dignity of their people.
true,
They want their people should be respected regardless of any situation they are. Now, when you walk on the street, you see any white guy, you know that he's doing well, even if he's poor.
true,
But if you see the black man or an African on the street,
yeah,
you give him the picture of poor.
true, true,
You understand what I'm saying? Regardless of whatever he looks, unless maybe you get close to him, then you know whether he's rich or poor. But when
true,
you see the white man at once, you give him the picture of he's rich.
yeah,
Why? Because their leaders, they focused on what? Creating a better image for their people, and also they learned so much how to be united. Let me tell you something. You can see white man from Africa. When they meet white man in Europe, they are one.
yeah, true,
When they meet any part of the world, since they are white, they are one.
true, true,
But if you see black in
yeah,
Africa,
yeah.
they are not
Or in
one.
America, or
Or
in
they are
America,
never, they are
yeah,
never one.
yeah,
You understand
true.
what I'm saying? So
No,
if
in America, even in America, black people killing each other only.
yes,
Wow.
every day they're killing each other. Every
Yeah,
every day they are backstabbing stabbing each other. Every day they are doing a lot of bad things to each other. You know, look at the YouTube community we are
yeah,
now.
true, 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 true.
You
I see
just
a
look
lot
at
of
the YouTube
they fight
community,
each other.
the black YouTube community.
Yeah,
Like it's confusion everywhere. Instead of coming together to bring ideas so that we can fight together to make Africa, like
united.
unite, we are rather there fighting each other. Somebody doesn't agree with what is going on. Like how?
True,
Do
true,
you
true.
are you going to stand there for somebody to come from a different place and come and tell you to kill your brother? Then I'll
Yeah,
give you this money. Then you do it.
yeah,
Meanwhile, if you give him a trillion of the amount he's giving you to attack
yeah.
his brother, you never do it.
Never, never. That's true.
You never do it. You prefer to protect their dignity than to destroy that dignity. The
That's
dignity is what is giving them money today.
yeah.
The dignity is what is giving them what they have today. So until we black people will be successful,
Mm.
until black people will be successful, we have to know that uniting, coming together is the key than rather fighting each other. If there is problem, we should call each other secretly. We shouldn't allow any Western, even one single Western person among ourselves. We should discuss it within ourselves. We don't know what is even going on between Ukraine and Russia. We don't know the problem because
No,
the secret is there. Even they are fighting. Even now they are fighting. There will be some level. They will prefer each other than any other person. You
true,
understand what
true,
I'm saying?
true, true, true.
Yeah. So the idea of Niger trying to break free, Niger trying to become its own master, and ECOWAS being the foolish group. I don't know the nonsense they create. They call it ECOWAS. They say they are coming. They are going to fight Niger. Like it doesn't make sense. They're crazy.
Yeah,
How
but
can you
bro.
own your own blood brother on the
Yeah,
same
yeah.
country? Are you crazy?
No, but bro, what one thing I notice the problem what is caused is the French colony. So every country French colonize, yeah, they going down because they owe French
Hello,
money always.
one
Look
minute.
like look, now we have problem also.
Suzanne, Suzanne is here.
Oh, welcome,
Uh,
Hussein.
yes, whilst you
Okay,
talk, let me quickly arrange something. You can be talking. I'm coming, but I'm listening. I have my Bluetooth
Yeah.
here.
Okay, no problem. Yes. So basically, the most important is that the French the countries the French colonize, they've been bragged. They've been always the money. Even the countries like Cameroon, Mali, now Niger. You know, all the money and the gold they have, yeah, and the value they have is goes under French. So I don't. I somehow I thinking maybe can be God will, that they get free from French. I don't
That
know.
is, yeah. So
You know,
Hosani is here.
hello,
He's from
hello.
Niger. Yes,
yes,
let's allow
Uh,
him to also come out and tell us something. Please tell us something.
okay, all right. This film leader. In Niger we
Yes,
have many European bases there because we have uranium over there. We have
yeah.
uranium, and we have four French bases, army bases, and America and German. Me too.
This
We
is
have a
so
lot of
wrong.
French European bases there because
Yes,
uranium. It's not allowed countries to come and buy uranium just like that because of
yes.
yeah, it's against I think international something against international because of nuclear weapon.
My
So
guy,
that's the
my
reason
guy.
why.
It's crazy. It's international
Yeah.
bullshit. How can somebody have his own
Okay.
country? He cannot use his own resources the way they want it. Huh?
No,
Why?
the problem is that no. The problem is that uranium is not allowed like any country who want to buy uranium. So the United Nations will check or will investigate what are you going to do with uranium. For example, if you are going to make bombs and nuclear again, they will not allow you to have it. You understand? So that's the reason why only few country has access to uranium. You understand? And they allowed it for peaceful
Yes.
like for electricity and other things. And apart from that, the French from the beginning, before independence, before African before we get independence that time, that
Yeah.
French give us political independence, not economic. You understand? And they came out with paper, as in paper franc. This is before you get independent. So you have there's a lot of things you have to sign before you get independent from France. So from there, from after that, so you have to access safer as your currency. And after you
Yes.
access safer, and you will take that time you will take 80% of your money. You understand? As you are reserved your money to France, you have to keep 80% of your wealth. I mean, your country wealth. You have to keep eighty
so
percent.
you
But
have
now
to
they
keep
reduce it to
80%,
fifty
brother.
percent. You understand?
Ooh, okay.
So
Hello?
you just imagine you give them 80% and then they
Yeah,
still borrow you that your 20%.
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely, yeah.
You
Because and they
understand?
are the one and they are the one who is going to print the money. They are the one who is going to print. It's not about Nigeria. It's like
That is why I'm telling you
15
that our
African
leaders are
countries.
stupid. They are useless because how would you allow such thing to happen? Is the country their
You know,
country?
it's
Are you
no,
not
wait,
strong
wait, wait. Let me
enough to
tell you.
stand and then fight?
Okay. Let me tell you what happened. You know, even now, if you look at all these Francophone countries, you understand. Only
Yeah,
Guinea-Bissau, only Guinea-Conakry has its own currency, Guinean franc. Why? About that time, Guinean president said that you can if you getting independent without economic independence, it's like
it
you are
doesn't
still
make
slave. You
sense.
understand?
Yeah.
And
It
they
doesn't make
rejected it. And
sense.
you know what happened to them? What happened to them? France. destroy all the everything. For example, France built a lot of things
What?
in
What?
Guinea Conakry,
Yeah.
and France
Sorry,
destroy it,
I'm
and
talking to my
destroy
daughter.
companies,
Sorry.
and destroy a lot of things because of this thing. Because Guinean rejects safer
Let me.
system. You
You see.
understand?
You see. Me,
So
my
they
problem
destroy its
now. Eh?
economy and everything. Even Mali was not. Even Mali rejected. When Mali, so what's happened? So what happened between France and Guinea Conakry? Mali return and accept safer. And even the
Yeah. So
president
no,
try it, they will
just
topple
imagine.
you.
Just
They
imagine.
will,
Just
do you know how
just
many
imagine.
they
They
will
took
kill
eighty
you? They
percent.
will kill you.
Listen. They took 80% of Niger wealth.
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
took
yeah.
eighty
Not
percent.
Niger,
And listen,
not
listen. Let
Niger.
me tell you this. And
Yeah,
another
yeah,
20% that you guys have, they took
yeah,
that 20%, and then they borrow you that 20% of you. It's your 20%,
Exactly.
but they are still
yeah, yeah.
borrowing you that 20% for you to pay that 20% again. So
Yeah.
automatically, you have nothing. You are working for them.
Even
Exactly.
twenty
You
percent you
understand
have
what
to
I'm
pay
saying?
for
So
interest.
Exactly.
it doesn't make
Even
sense what
even twenty
ECOWAS want
percent
to
has
do.
interest. Even 20% has interest. Remember, you have to pay for interest. If they give you,
That is why I'm
if they give
saying
you
that
so
basically, you have nothing.
yeah,
You don't own a thing.
yeah, true. That's the reason. That's the main problem. That's the major problem. That's the
Look.
biggest problem we are facing.
Let's check it in the easy way. Yeah. Imagine you have a shop. Yeah, and what you pay in the rent 80% for your income. Yeah, what will you survive, and what can you pay? So it's the same with the leaders. So the leaders are 20% of the 10% what they're gonna keep from the 20%. They're gonna put them in the pocket. So they're not
Look,
gonna
look,
support the country. That's
You
why it's
and
a
the main
understand?
chaos.
problem, look at the problem of French is that they use army that time. They always use army. You understand? They will kill you. They
Mhm.
will just not even really to overthrow you alive. During when they are trying to overthrow, they will kill you. That's it. They will kill you directly. So you will not get power again. So that's what's happened for a long time. That's the reason
So
why there are
this
many
is the
military
reason
coups.
why. This is the reason why we are saying enough is enough. So
Yes.
they should just pack their bags and forget about Niger and leave. We don't want them there. Or you
Exactly.
don't
Yeah,
get it.
yeah,
Exactly.
look, the
You
problem is
understand?
now, no,
Because
no, no. Hmm?
now they cannot kill ordinary civilians. You understand
No,
what
they
I'm
cannot.
saying?
No.
Good.
Exactly.
So because this is what Niger has to do. They should sack them. They can if they start killing civilians, we will see. Africans will support, and it will just go like that. Because the worst thing
Yeah,
they will say they will do is they will start bombing, right? You are going to
okay,
bomb
yeah,
civilians, right?
yeah.
And
Yes.
that is where the world will know the truth now that they are doing this. They say it's not they are not protecting their interests, right? But the country
Yeah.
is not your country. So what is the interest that you are talking about? If the country is not your country, can someone from Niger go to France and then say, here I'm protecting my interest because I need this thing for what do you call it? I need this thing for
You
Niger.
need to
So
go Europe
you
and no,
understand?
it's impossible.
You
Yeah,
cannot do that. You cannot even
it's
start. You
impossible.
cannot even start thinking of that. But why can they just stand up and then bring some stupid papers for you to sign and say we are give what independence? What independence?
So
What
Supreme,
is the
that's
meaning
why
of that?
Supreme, that's why I was telling you, like my
Yeah.
brother, I was saying even China they come. If they take some, even China they come or Russia come, they give you what's called. They take 80%, but they build the roads, they build buildings for you. They make you
No, no.
skyscrapers. At
You
least
see,
you get
I
something
always
back,
tell
right?
Africans,
Huh?
I told Africans to vote for me to become the leader, but they didn't listen. They didn't listen. They said
Stream
to
leader.
vote for me.
You,
Then they
you
will
know the
see the power that I have.
know
True,
the main
true.
problem stream leader. The problem is that China is better than US because China is win-win. It's
Yeah.
win-win. That's how they do their things. If you like Niger now, I can show you many things. You know, China built in Niger, built a lot of things. But for French, we don't that nothing. I don't know.
bro. I believe if Africa, they can stand on their own feet, because if they go build up what's called farmers. Yeah, they produce themselves. They go self dig up for these uraniums, the gold, whatever, and sell to them. Don't give them for free. It's like if I have a bottle of water, yeah, and you keep taking small,
I don't
small,
know
small bit,
anything that
and
friends
you
can
don't
do.
give me
Only the
nothing for
financial,
return,
only
then
like
I don't have
the
nothing,
like.
brother.
That is why I'm saying. That is why I'm saying our leaders are the problems now. At this moment, our leaders, they are our nightmare. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because if we, the Africans, we don't sack all these people from Africa, then we are going to continue to suffer the same
But
fate.
Sabrim, did you ask yourself also, if you
Yeah,
look, most of the leaders, they have houses, they have different nationality, but he's still prime minister or president of the country, but he lives maybe in French. You have a big house in French villa. You understand?
that is what I'm saying. You are like, we have to make sure they should go with their leaders. They should take all the leaders there. They
Yeah.
stay there. They live that. Look, it is.
I
I
know my
don't
brother.
know. It's like this is a very good example. Niger is trying to break from slavery, but West African ECOWAS say no, you are not living. You are not leaving the slavery. You are staying inside the slavery with us.
Yeah.
Why? Because you see that channel that they are going to build some gas line, and that gas line will go through
Yeah.
Niger. You
Yeah.
understand? And because of that gas line, Nigeria is going to make billions of dollars
Yeah.
through that gas line. So that is why Nigeria wants to go and fight in Niger because of that pipeline. Because they are looking at money. They are looking at money. They are not looking at the survival of their people. They are not looking at. They are not there for the continent. They are not there for Africa. You understand? They, you see, me, I always say this. Nigerians are strong people. They were supposed to make sure that their president, Tinubu or whatever he is, they should get him out of office because he doesn't love them. It's the same way in Ghana. The president we have in Ghana, he doesn't love us. He's selling everything. Ghana is shit now. You understand what I'm saying? So, like, we don't want to learn how to unite. We don't want to look at what make Europe Europe, what make US US. They are united. Forget about the resources. Forget about the money. They are very all right.
Yeah, I agree. But look, Sabrin,
Yeah.
if you look in the past, yeah, a leader, when he take the oath and he swears by that he will serve this country, and he doesn't do it, I believe now here, if Europe happens or if in America happen, they can bring to the justice. You don't see any
You know what?
African leader who done something wrong. He
You
coming
know
back.
what?
They're
You
gonna
know
bring him
what?
to court.
We just don't want anything to do with them. Like, we don't want any paperwork with them. The continent is for the Africans. The Africans should control everything. They should come up with their own currency, their own laws.
Yeah,
Like, you just imagine, you cannot even travel from Somalia to Eritrea. You cannot travel from
no,
Ghana to
bro.
Togo. It's
But
crazy.
my bro, listen. If a leader comes out, yeah, they will kill him. They will say he's a bad guy, because imagine Gaddafi. I don't know
And
if
you
you know
know,
the real
you
story.
see, they,
If
they
you know
will
the real story,
listen,
huh?
listen,
Yeah.
listen. Let me correct this side. They
Yeah.
won't kill him. They'll use his own people to kill him. So let
Yeah.
me just say, automatically, his own people kill him. So
Yes.
if they say you to go and kill him and you say you are not going to do because he's part of you, what
Yeah.
can they do? They should come and kill him themselves. Then the world will see that they are the one who kill him. Just the same way what happened with Gaddafi.
Yeah. But
The Europeans
it's not
didn't
only.
kill Gaddafi.
But look.
His own people kill him because
Yeah.
they
But
were set to do it.
look.
They were not thinking. They did it for them. And
But look,
who's losing now?
Supreme. But it's not only African the problem. The problem, it doesn't lie in Africa only. It lies also with the Arabs, because what's happening now? Look, Palestine. Yeah. How many years Palestine
You see, now,
behind in the
now,
problem?
now
You
we,
understand?
you see, the problem now, we are not even, we don't care about them.
No, but what I'm saying is, in a
we
way,
we are
so
talking about our
no,
continent,
no,
Somalia,
I know, but no,
Eritrea, Kenya, you see,
no, but
this
what
is
I mean
those
is,
are our people.
what I mean is, Sabrine, these people they know how to manipulate people. You understand what I mean? So only North African they're manipulating Saudi Arabia. It's the richest country in the world, who have the most benefit in the world, but
So
still they take
that is
orders. They
that
take
is why I'm
orders from.
saying
You understand?
that is why I'm saying the unity they have is what is giving them the power. So first, we should work on our unity. If we know how to unite, then we can also know how to manipulate.
It's true.
So the
First
same,
of
it's the same game. The game that they use on you, you use that same game on them. It's spirit. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, I
Because
agree with you.
yeah, because if you are not united, how can you do what you want to do? Because if you want to do, your neighbor will say no. Tô pronto.
True.
Guys, I have to leave you guys here because I
All
have to
right.
take the family out. I
Yeah.
love you guys.
Thank you, Sabrine,
Select,
and
yeah,
nice
Select
content.
Vibes, thank you so much for joining us. Subscribe, share the channel, click the bell button, guys. Click it.
Yes. Yes.
So thank you so much. I have
Leave
to
a
leave you
like,
guys.
guys. Okay. Have a nice day. Yeah. All right. Like, peace.
Peace.